1, 2, 7, 12, Donkey, Empire State Building.
When the kids are counting sheep.
Do you think a donkey has ever been at the top of the Empire State Building?
No.
Dreams and
It should happen though. We should make it happen now.
when the kids go to sleep.
Welcome to the podcast. This is episode 92 of When the Kids Go to Sleep. WTKGTS right here at Maker Studios in Los Angeles, California.
Did you miss us? We have been gone for a long, long time.
It's been a month, love.
It's been a month. Has it been 30 days already?
It's been 30 days. I've been busy gawking at your bum.
We're bust my buttons. What? Name that movie that's from.
No, I didn't say it right. You
Me
say
and the
it.
girls have got swollen eyes from gawking at his bum.
That makes me giggle when you say that.
We watched that movie on our
Name it in the blog
anniversary.
TV chat. Me and the girls got swollen eyes from gawking at his bum. Name the movie. Anybody? Anybody? Crickets. Nobody.
We're not going to tell you. Maybe we'll tell you at the end of the podcast. We have a blog TV chat going, so we're
Yeah.
waiting for them to give us the answer.
Nobody
If you guys know
knows?
it, leave it in the comments.
Star Wars is not correct.
No, definitely not.
Django Unchained? No. I watched the Golden Globes last night.
I did too. Yes, sirree, I did.
That's good.
But first of all, we've been gone for so long. Should we talk about?
Do I have chia seeds in my teeth?
Yeah.
Serious? Get it out with your tongue.
Well, no. Let me help you.
We watched a documentary last night on Netflix called Hungry for Change. And let's get into this. No, we should okay. What should we start with?
Well, a trip home for the
I
holidays.
want to tickle you. I don't know what it is.
Tickling me.
Fighting you. So we're back.
We've been back. We've been gone for so long that it's hard to know exactly what to talk about. Cause
It's the middle of January. We have taken a lot of time off, basically a month.
Yeah.
And we were going to be here last week, but I went to a CES in Las Vegas, Nevada.
So quick recap. Home for the holidays. Back by January like 6th.
You guys were all there
what have we
with
been doing
us.
Since then?
That's funny. I feel like you think there's people
They
who
should know
just
if you
watch the
vlogs.
podcast,
Right.
who
I
don't
know.
watch our daily videos?
Do you guys not watch our daily videos?
It's a possibility. There is a
I'm just
slim
curious.
chance that there's somebody out there in the world who has somehow stumbled, maybe just on our podcast on iTunes, has never even seen our faces.
True. If you don't know, we have a video every day on YouTube on the Shaytards channel.
That's not possible, don't you think? Like,
I don't know.
is there anybody
Is it
listening
possible?
to us on the iTunes podcast that has never seen our faces? I would think that after such a rigmarole of hilariousness, you would want to put a name to a face.
That's it.
A rigmarole of hilariousness?
Oh,
What's with that
Shay.
shirt? Where'd you get that shirt?
I bought it online
With my money.
with my money that I stole from you. Gosh.
It's our money. Do you ever?
I
We
bought
don't
it.
ever think. I don't know how some other marriages work, but that was one of the most exciting things. And I've told this story before. I think one of the most exciting things ever is
When
when
we
we
combined our
decided to
bank
get
account?
married. We combined our money, and it was a great day because I remember I only had $300
got
in my
rich.
checking account, and she had $1,200. So I just gained $1,200.
I'm a saver. He's a spender.
I had to buy stuff.
You had to buy the
I was
ring.
busy taking chicks on dates.
No, you bought the ring.
I did buy the ring.
You took me on dates.
Um,
I'm one chick.
But I remember thinking that was so cool. And like the first time after we had decided that we were getting married and we went to Subway, it was like, it doesn't even matter who pays because it's like both of our money.
It's true.
And I felt that
so
way.
thanks for buying me this shirt, babe.
You're welcome.
With our money.
It's our money. Anything,
like it?
Anything that I have is yours. We are
Sweet.
one. We are
true.
one entity.
So, can I have your phone?
Shut your mouth, woman. All right, so yeah, check out our daily vlogs on YouTube if you are just a podcast listener. We
Yes.
make one every day.
But other than that, welcome back. We missed you guys. We have missed doing these. So thanks
Here's
for
the
coming
thing
back
why
and
I'm going to
listening.
talk about this, because the thing is going to go up online tomorrow.
Okay, dog.
Okay, listen up.
Dog.
We were fighting before the podcast started because I wanted to tell you guys about something. And she's
and
like,
I think that
you
we should
just
wait. Because we
wait.
don't know any details yet.
Why? I want to include my audience because I love
Okay,
you.
Then include your audience that you love so
We
much.
are doing a Shaytards documentary.
We are.
Because we are coming up on 4
That's the
years
plan.
of daily vlogging coming up March 5th.
Here's the only reason why I don't like telling people is because, like, you tell people and then Shay makes fun of me and stop it.
Ow. It's
Then
going to
it's
happen,
like, what
though.
if it takes longer? Just like with the cartoon, we're like, it's going to be up here. It's going to be up now.
That's
no, wait,
true.
now you got to wait. Now it's going to be up now. And then everybody's expecting and not getting. So
The cartoon's
just so
coming
you
out in
know,
March.
We're talking about a documentary. Nothing's in stone yet. And that's all I'm going to tell you. He can tell you
It's
whatever
in
he wants.
stone, bro.
It's not
It's
in
clad
stone yet.
iron. It's happening.
Okay. This is just one of the things that we argue about. And you guys get
Okay,
to
so
be
listen.
here.
This is serious. It's already up. We are going to start an Indiegogo campaign. We need your help.
So technically it is already up when you see this. But
Well-
right now, for us, it's not.
Hopefully it is, because
Yeah.
today is Monday. The plan for the Indiegogo campaign is to go up tomorrow. On Tuesday, I was just texting the director of the film, Corey Vidal, and we're going to raise $250,000. Hopefully. Well, we got to make a whole video. So here's, oh, that's true. I didn't even think about the people that are in the Blog TV chat. So there
Yep.
are
Hi, guys.
290 of you who know before this is
Oh,
actually
you
even
want to know where I
going
got my
live.
top from? I got it from Down East.
We're not talking
Outfitters.
about your top
They
anymore,
are,
woman.
and they wanted to know, so I'm going to tell them.
So
It's a cute top.
Here's the.
If you're just listening to this, you should come watch the YouTube version and see how cute my top is.
Why don't you ever let me get a word in edgewise? It's like we
Jake,
come to the
this is like
podcast
totes
and
my
Colette will
podcast
not
now,
shut up for
so
2
I'm
seconds,
just gonna
and
keep
I never
talking
get to say
until You
anything.
shut your mouth. Anyways,
So what was I talking about?
we're talking about the Indiegogo campaign, and that
Right.
these guys know now.
So here's the exciting thing about that is the $250,000. Here's what the money's going to. $249,000 of it is going to go to Colette's new tops,
Yes.
and we figure Corey can make a documentary for about $1,000. No,
That's a great campaign. I'm so excited about this.
$50,000 of that is going to go towards a Shaytards road trip. We are going to come and show this movie to you across America,
Personally.
into your house, and we want to
And it
know
might be kind of creepy.
if we can stay with you for a week. Can we sleep in your couches? No, we want to set a 12-city tour across the nation, depending, and we don't know which cities, but they'll probably be the big cities like New York, LA, maybe Dallas, Florida, somewhere. Florida's not a city, but it's their cities.
Somewhere
there
there.
are cities in Florida, from what I've heard.
Oh, Chicago.
Chicago. We're going to go to
Chicago.
Chicago. We're going to go to the Bean in Chicago. And we'll pick 12 cities depending on demand. And we will come to your town, show you this movie that we created, hug you. I will sweat on you with my sweaty armpits.
true.
My
It's really
kids
exciting.
will spit on you.
We'll try to teach them
Depending.
not to, but they're kind of crazy.
And that's going to be exciting. But we have to make the movie first. Well, if you think about it, half the
we
movie's
have
already
to
shot.
Get some
Because a
funds.
lot of it's going to be, we're going to probably use a lot of the daily vlogs over the last 4 years to, be in the movie. And basically, we're going to tell the story of how this became not only our job, but, 350 employees at Maker Studios' job. We have 350 people that work with us that it's their job too. And this is a medium or a career that never was even in existence, a couple years ago. And for the, to be able to employ 350 people in this new medium is a pretty cool story. And I want to tell the story of how that came to be. And
just maybe ins and outs that, there's not really anything that we don't talk about on the vlog, but just, I don't know.
so, yeah.
Talking. We'll see. We'll see what happens.
So what do you guys think in the Blog TV chat? I want some immediate
tell us-
feedback. Do you guys like
Tell
this
us
idea?
what you think. We're nervous.
So I'm already seeing what I thought was going to come up, and people are saying, England, come to
Toronto."
Canada. So here's the thing. If we raise more than the $250,000, then we will go on a European tour. But it's like,
Holla.
it's expensive, man, because we're not only going to have to bring our whole family, but we're going to have to bring a crew of people, to set
Right.
up the movie. And, we'll probably have to bring, I'm thinking like 20 people with us. And, just to travel for all those people over to Europe and just to like stay in hotels and flights and rental cars and everything for everybody. it's going to be expensive, and we want you guys to be part of it. So look, Corey just texted me.
So cool.
He's flying back to Toronto. We had like 4 meetings while he was here in LA, and we went over the budget and what he thought as far as what we could do it for and all that stuff. And then he just emailed me the perks last night. So if you donate on the Indiegogo campaign, there are going to be certain perks, and one of those perks that is on there, in fact, I have them right here in front of me. I just pulled up the email. And these might change a little bit depending, because I'm going to tweak a few of them. But for instance, if you donate $5 to the Shaytards documentary, I'll just read this. You will get, this is the very first perk on the Indiegogo campaign, official production weekly newsletter. Every donation gets access to the official weekly production newsletter, giving you all the updates written and signed off by a different crew or cast member each week. So that's why I'm always like, I want you guys to be involved. The reason that this has all happened is because you guys are willing to watch us and to be part of our lives. And so I always think it's so cool when you guys have, input for us. So as we are making this movie, this is going to be a 90-minute feature-length film that, I guess you could compare it to like the Justin Bieber documentary. Is that a documentary?
Yeah.
What was that called? Believe
never
it?
say never.
Never say believer?
Right?
Never say
Never
blubber?
say never?
Yeah, never say never.
Never say never.
So it's going to be similar to that, kind of showing the journey from when we, bought our very first computer and made our first video, almost 5 years ago.
Yeah.
To moving to Los
and I know
Angeles.
that a lot of you guys have been there for all of that.
Right.
And this is just another extra thing for you to be part of.
Anyway, so yeah, part of one of the perks is the $5 perk is that you will get a newsletter, an update every week on where we're at in the production of the film. And we want to start filming March 1st, or Corey wants to try to get out here at the end of February, 1st of March, because we're going to start filming March 5th, which is my 33rd birthday.
Holla.
And
yay, Shay's getting old.
You didn't die for 33 years.
job.
Congratulations. And
no, and
it'll be 4
and the next
years.
33 years are going to be the best of your entire life.
Going
right?
on to year 5. So that's the question. I think we have to at least do 5 years of daily vlogs. Right?
What do you guys think? Are you guys getting sick of us?
A whole nother year?
Or do you want us to do it for the rest of our lives?
Saudi Arabia? That would be crazy. Somebody in the chat saying, shout out to Saudi Arabia. Can you imagine going and showing the Shaytards documentary in Saudi Arabia?
That would be wild and crazy.
That would be cool. Are there Jumbotrons in Saudi Arabia?
Involved.
Yeah, the kids will be involved. So it's going to be like the whole story, of us moving out to Los Angeles, starting Maker Studios, all the crazy things that have come into our lives because of this weird thing called YouTube.
Speaking of,
what?
Shay went to Vegas for CES and got to meet
Walk Off the Earth.
Walk Off the Earth.
You know what? I was doing my elliptical this morning.
You were doing your elliptical. Let's do Shay's elliptical.
Dude, that
quick,
is
everybody.
a full body workout, and it's easy on the joints. Those things that it's like, it looks like you're like, it's kind of weird looking.
It's really weird looking. It's funny because the times that I've done the elliptical, it always bothers my knees.
That's weird.
It is weird.
Because I think they created ellipticals not to hurt your joints.
Because it's soft landing. There's no impact.
You're not like,
but I don't know why. I don't know.
Maybe your knees are
really
just
weird.
wusses.
I think that they are.
Anyway, so I was doing my elliptical, and I was thinking I should have texted Gianni to come be on the podcast today, but it was like, it was like late. I should have thought about it sooner.
Right.
Anyways, I got to meet Walk Off the Earth, who is one of my favorite bands. I was going to say my favorite YouTube bands, but really they're more than that. These guys are amazing. In fact, here's a cool, because we started listening to the Taylor Swift cover, Trouble.
Oh, yeah.
Because they just did a cover of Taylor Swift's new single, Trouble, that has like 5 million views on it now, and we showed it to the kids, and the kids have watched it 100 million times. That's impossible.
They love it.
But anyways, so they started watching a bunch of Walk Off the Earth videos, and it's crazy because our kids are navigating through YouTube now. Like,
it's true.
They know how to like make the screen bigger. They know how to go back and like click on an end slate. They know how to like go to their channel page.
The girls pretty much know how to search Taylor Swift, Miley Cyrus, Selena Gomez. Like that's what they do whenever they get to play.
And we watch them because they're on the main computer that's in the kitchen area, so we
Right.
can see if they're like, watching inappropriate things.
Princess Tard yesterday was watching a Taylor Swift
Okay,
video.
wait, I'll come back to that. I'll come back. That's funny. That's funny. I'll come back
Oh,
to
you
that.
want to tell the story because it's funny. He's gonna tell
No,
the story.
I was on a...
No, I know. I'm just gonna get it.
I like your
finished
top.
now.
What was I talking about? Oh, so I went to Vegas. I was gone for the 3 days. And like right before I went to Vegas, because I knew I was going to go and see Walk Off the Earth live in Vegas, I showed them that Taylor Swift, and then they started watching all of Walk Off the Earth's videos. So fast forward 4 days later, yesterday I came back and I was like looking through my vlogs, reading comments, and Princess Tard was sitting there. Like we were watching that prank where that guy goes through the drive-through. Have you guys seen that prank yet? The guy goes through the drive-through and he built this seat. It looks like a car seat, but he's like in the seat.
Tell him who it is. Who is it?
What do you mean?
So they can go look it up.
Oh, Blake's gonna put a link right here.
Okay.
Like,
okay,
anyways,
dog.
This is long story short. Princess Tard sees the thumbnail of the vlog in Las Vegas, and she's like, "You met Walk Off the Earth?"
I didn't show him that video.
And I said, because I told you, I'm like, show the kids the video, and she was like starstruck, and she like was looking at me like, I was such a cool person because I saw.
She was a little bit like, you didn't tell me.
Right, she was a little offended, and I said, your mom didn't show you, and she's like, no. And so then we watched it, and she's like, I can't believe you met them. And she thought it was so cool. Anyway, so the story that you were telling is she was watching Taylor Swift videos all day yesterday, and I was in the kitchen getting some water, and she goes, Taylor Swift has a lot of boyfriends. Because it's like every song is about how she broke up with a boyfriend.
Yeah.
And then she made the comment, she's like, it's like she's always kissing these other guys, and she's like cheating on the other guys. And I'm like,
well, if you didn't watch them all right in a row, then it wouldn't look that bad. But she watches all of them
consecutively.
It's so funny. Gotta love Taylor Swift.
I saw a meme or a picture yesterday that was a picture of Taylor Swift, and it said, I'm waiting for her to write a song titled Maybe It's Your Fault, or Maybe It's My Fault, or something like that.
Oh.
You know, because she has so many breakup
Well,
songs.
I love her songs because they all relate to everybody. I mean, everybody's gone through.
I think that's why they resonate so well with the teenage girls, because it's like, yeah, that's how I felt when Johnny didn't talk to me at the football game.
And he talked to another girl. Blah.
And that's that music video where it's like, Mary, what's the one where it's like she's playing both parts? She's like the brown-haired chick and the blonde chick.
What's it called? You guys, I know you know.
And it's like at the football game, and she's in the band uniform, and then like
she wears shorts.
Yeah, and like the bad Taylor Swift, like the dark-haired Taylor Swift, she's like talking to some other boy, but her boyfriend like just won the game, like got a touchdown and like won the game, and he's coming off the field, and it's like, that's not real life. If the dude won the game, the bad chick would have been with anyways.
What?
I'm not gonna go through the logic of a Taylor Swift music video.
Tune in while we go over Taylor Swift videos.
Yeah. I think
because that's what we're gonna do.
Somebody's saying come to Toronto with the film festival. Yes, I think maybe one of those cities in our
we don't jump around
12 city tour will probably be Toronto. What we'll probably do is we'll go to New York, and that will probably be the last stop on the documentary 12 city tour. Is we'll go just up to Toronto, because it's just up the river and through the woods.
Up the river and through the
grandmother's house we go. So I'm excited. This has actually been an idea that once we hit 3 years of vlogging last March, I was like, I want to do a documentary, and it's like
it's
we've
like
been talking
it's been
about
in the works 2 other times.
And there's I've had probably 10 or 12 meetings with different people, and there's been 3 other people who were going to do this documentary for me. And it just kind of like fallen through every time. And finally, like Corey was here, I gave him a tour around Maker Studios, and I was like, and we were talking, and he had just recently done a documentary for Google. Plus, he made Charles Trippy's wedding video, which if you haven't seen,
it's Corey Vidal with Apprentice A.
That's his company. He has a team of like 8 people, and they do daily vlogs also. But I talked to him about doing it, and I thought, Corey Vidal, that like makes perfect sense. Because if you think about Corey, all of his stuff is really high produced. He's very professional, and he like jumped on. He's like, okay, I'll do it. And I was like, okay, do it. He's like, I dare you. And then he like got back to me with like a budget and like plans,
like
and
right away.
And he already has an editor lined up. I'm not going to tell you who it is yet until we make sure. But the person who's editing it is a professional and has done some things that if I told you, you'd be like, whoa, that guy's editing. And that's when Corey told me, I'm like, how'd you get that guy to edit the documentary? Anyways, I'm excited about it. It's a story I've been wanting to tell. And that's a good question because, you know, we share pretty much everything in the vlogs, but do you think there will be things that we share?
That's what I wonder. I don't know. I think it will just depend on how it all goes. I mean, and we're sincerely going to put our hearts out there. You know, you guys know us, and that's what we do, and that's what we want to do. We don't want to make it something fake, so we'll...
Somebody asked, what kind of documentary is this? TV, YouTube? As far as distribution goes, we haven't decided yet. It'll be, you know, on Blu-ray. You know, I'd like to show it in theaters. It'll be shot on a very high-quality camera so that we can show it in theaters. You know, but a lot of the movie is going to be old Shaytard vlogs, like Remember When, like, you know, when Rocktard was born, you know, when Malachi died, you know, when I lost 115 pounds. Like, those little moments will probably be seen through,
those
you know,
big moments,
the YouTube, you know, quality of it. But it'll be shot on a high-quality camera. I'd like to show it in theaters, you know. What?
How about these two Great Danes?
Yeah. I'd like to have two Great Danes, too. But my wife doesn't love me.
Oh, rude!
I say that, but 2 nights ago, I was on my computer, and she was on the bed. You are, like, perfect with my nipple. It's like you have a geolocator.
I do.
It drives
keep
me
it with me
crazy.
always.
Like I'm like going like this, and she knows how to zero. And I have small nipples too, so that's impressive. She's always able to just grab it right on. I'm like,
Honey,
stop it!
You think I haven't seen you naked multiple times? I know right where they are.
Graphic. Blake, put a link to my nipples. Anyways,
nipple honing in. Any hoozles.
What was I talking about? Oh, so as far as like when the movie will come out, I feel like the first time that any of you will see it is on this 12-city tour.
And we don't know for sure.
We don't know exactly because all those details haven't been worked out yet. But I would like eventually for it to play on YouTube. Of course, I feel like it has to be on YouTube.
Yeah.
And you know, just because, you know, we want to try to, you know, make some money on it. You know, we'll probably try to sell it and stuff. But eventually, over time, I will definitely put it on YouTube for free for anybody to watch. But it's going to be a big undertaking. You know, Corey's team is a team of 8, but, you know, past that, there's going to be probably hundreds of people involved in it. I want it to be legit. You know what I'm saying? I want it to be well made, well thought out, and well done, and the storyline. And it's not only going to be about us. You know, I want to tell the story of the community. So we're hoping to interview multiple YouTubers, and I would love your suggestions on who you guys would like to see. Of course, Charles Trippy will be in it, and, you know, I'd like to go through the whole story. I'd like to interview Phil, you know, when he first gave me a shout out and all that, you know, that has brought us to where we're at today. So I'd like to get as many of my, you know, fellow YouTubers and friends involved in the movie and just make it really, really good. Because I'm finding out, like, as I was at CES and stuff, there's a lot of people out there that still don't know about this whole YouTube world. I mean, there are a lot of people that do. And I would say for the most part, the world knows about YouTube because it's just like, oh, I saw that on YouTube.
Exactly what it means to be like a YouTuber or be in the community.
And there is a community of YouTubers that are making really cool stuff, really high quality content, entertainment that is entertaining, that I feel like a lot of more people want to see. So that's what I want this film to do, is to tell kind of like the average Joe out on the street who like knows about YouTube but maybe has never heard of Philip DeFranco or Toby Turner or the Vlog Brothers or Michael Buckley, or, you know, these people that do this full time, and this little inner, you know, ecosystem of entertainers and people that are, you know, making really good stuff. Walk Off the Earth, for instance, you know, these kind of things. I want them to know, you know, people still don't know, like, oh, you can make money on YouTube? Like, that's a thing.
It can be a career.
And I want to be able to tell that story because I think it's a really cool story. And it's really what I think is the American dream. The American dream is to, you know, be able to work for yourself, love what you do, and create a business. And that's exactly what we've been able to do. You know, we've been able to, you know, work on our own terms, do something that we love, make money at it, and create our own business that we own. And that's what, I mean, I think the freedom of America is about, is, you know, having that opportunity to have, you know, capitalism, even if you disagree with capitalism. Whatever.
I'm like, what? Now I'm lost.
Anyways, so that's what it is. I think that, and I think I'm really excited. I mean, I know that I'm excited. Did we froze on the chat? We froze on the chat. Anyways,
Maybe they just don't have anything to say.
let us know what you guys, if you guys have any input on the documentary and what you think should be involved. Like I said, sincerely, we do. We read those comments and we want it to be a movie that you guys feel like you're part of, because you have been part of this whole process of us, coming to where we are today.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying, dog?
No, what you're saying.
Know what I'm
And as far
saying?
as those 2 Great Danes go, I want.
This is
Great Dane.
that's what I was gonna say. So the other night,
You keep like getting mad at me that I don't want. I do. But we
listen.
live in a small apartment.
The other night, I was at my computer, and I was like, what are you looking at, babe? And she's like, how much money do you want to spend on a Great Dane? I'm like, why? So then I hopped up on the bed, like my little puppy, and I ran over there.
so
And she was on a Great Dane website looking at Great Danes. So I was
found
like,
one that I want.
you're looking
and
at
it's
Great Danes.
$2,600. I
Yeah.
was like, oh, I need to look at a cheaper website.
They're expensive. When we bought Malachi, he was like $700. But
Yeah.
like some of these Great Danes, they're expensive.
Well, like they go off of like their pedigree, like their parents and how
Maybe
if
we
they
should-
were
I think
champions or whatever.
What we should look
so-
into, honestly, is an adoption thing, because there's Great Danes out there. I think
The only thing is I worry about adopting because you don't know where they've been so far, and being around kids,
Right.
you want them to be really, really, really well behaved. That's the only thing that makes me nervous about
there is,
adopting.
there is a little bit of risk as far as behavior issues for kids, especially
Yeah,
Rocktard.
if our kids were older, I would have
Rocktard's
no
right at
problem
biting
with
face
adopting.
size.
But
Yeah,
Yeah.
but that does make you nervous if, and especially sometimes adopted dogs have been abused or something. But I don't know. I think we should look into it, because I know that there's Great Dane specific rescue places where people get Great Danes and they're like, whoa, I can't carry this dog in my car. I didn't think it'd get this big. It's a Great Dane. They get great and Danish.
and Danny.
So, I mean, maybe there are some, but we'll definitely look into that, because I do feel bad about a lot of dogs that are just in shelters that, don't have anywhere to go.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks for joining us today on the podcast.
Let us know what you think about the documentary. Any thoughts, suggestions? We haven't started anything yet, so we would really like your opinion.
Honestly, we would. Don't forget to download it on iTunes. And if you're out there somewhere in the world listening on iTunes, check out our daily vlogs.
Yes, and you can see my really cute top if you watch this.
I
on YouTube.
love that top. Where'd you get that
It's like
top?
so awesome.
Oh my gosh. I would like to see that top
Wait, what?
just all by itself.
Wrap up.
Just the top. You know
Where's
what
the
I'm saying?
music? Huh?
Thanks for joining us right here at Maker Studios in Los Angeles, California. This has been episode 92
92.
of When the Kids Go to Sleep.
What were you doing in 92?
1992, I was
92.
12 years old, about to hit puberty.
Weird.
Still didn't have any hair under my armpits. Join us next time when we talk about my pubic hair. What?
Bye.
Cut it!
Love
Cut
you.
it! Go!
Always appropriate. Drink your chia seeds, babe.